Sri Ganeshaya Namaha, Sri Matre Namaha. Inspas.in Intellectual Spiritual Ashrama by C. Srinivasa Murthy presents The Gita Speaks on Maya Part 2. The teachings of Upanishads are not understood right despite clear commentary by Sri Sankara. Maya is one of such teachings. Here I bring to your attention some misinterpretations as I understood. If we are interested in direct experience of truth, we should understand these points. Now, some think Maya is wholly bad, so they compare it to Satan. But we should know that we may do believe in God and take a birth in heaven, which can be a work of Maya. Our belief in God can be the work of Maya till we see God here. Dreams may be spiritual, still they are dreams. Further, the appearance of God as the world is Maya. But Satan is not appearance of God. Maya is the power of God. Satan is not the power of God. By worshipping Maya in a right manner, we can reach God. By worshipping Satan, we cannot reach God. Again, some believe that Maya is of two types. One, cosmic delusion. Two, individual delusion. This classification is not important. Now, hard we may struggle, it is difficult to remove our individual delusion. Then, can we hope to remove cosmic delusion? Is that in our hands? Further, if our delusion is lost, cosmic delusion doesn't last. So, we need not be concerned about it. We have illusory power of creating dreams. But is the dream different from us? We are that dream. Similarly, Maya is the illusory power as the God. It is not different from God. Because we fail to recognize this, we think that cosmic delusion exists. In fact, it doesn't exist. Now, on Mayavada. Mayavada doesn't say that God loses his own separate existence in his many expressions. When gold is distributed among bangles, rings, etc., identity of gold is not lost. We can still recognize the gold in rings, etc. Further, Mayavada feels it is unnecessary to describe how the individual soul gets illusory energy. Sri Krishna declared in Gita 10:37 that he is Vyasa and also Arjuna among the Pandavas. So, whether or not Arjuna believes this, he is not separate from Sri Krishna. Whether or not Arjuna thinks himself liberated or not, he is one with Sri Krishna. So, recognizing one's illusion is important. Once a dream is recognized as a dream, how that dream evolved need not be explained. We have to recognize Maya as self of the God. Now, let us read Sri Aurobindo. In Essays on the Gita, Sri Aurobindo observes rightly, Maya is not essentially illusion. Still, by drawing back from the mechanism of nature to her inner and secret master, man can become conscious of the indwelling divinity. In the Vedantic method, Maya ceases for the soul by its return to its true and eternal status as the One Self, the Brahman, and the cosmic action disappears. Maya, a power of illusion, by which it is not meant that it is all non-existent or deals with unrealities, but that it bewilders our knowledge, creates false values, envelops us in ego. This illusive Maya hides from us the divine that we are, the infinite and imperishable spirit. So he says in Savitri, a laugh peels from the infinite's finite mask. Perhaps the world is an error of our sight, a trick repeated in each flash of sense, An unreal mind hallucinates the soul with a stress vision of a false reality, or a dance of Maya veils the void unborn. But Maya is a veil of the absolute. A truth occult has made this mighty world. The Eternal's wisdom and self-knowledge act in ignorant mind and in the body systems. That is that. Please comment and discuss. Please like and share. Many thanks for listening. Sri Matre Namaha.